Hello again. Today we're going to make a quick revision about the final exam and the final exam material. We're going to study one more time the student's book, the workbook, the grammar that is included in the final exam, and if you have any question, send me, okay? So to start, we're going to start with the unit, inventions. Inventions, we said we have a paragraph which is Encyclopedia of Inventions. This paragraph talks about the inventions or the creations of the most popular or famous inventors. We have the ballpoint pen, the bicycles, the cardigan, the fridge, sandwiches, Wellington boot, and windscreen wipers. And we elaborated and discussed each and every invention. Encyclopedia, let's go quickly. We're going to make a quick revision about the vocabulary. So, let's talk about the vocabulary. We have, let me make it bigger. Okay, first we have encyclopedia. What is the meaning of encyclopedia? It is a book or sets of books containing many articles arranged in alphabetical order. So, if you noticed here, let's go back, they are all organized in the alphabetical order. So, B, and then we have C, D, E, F, F, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, okay. And they are all organized in alphabetical order or alphabetically. Ballpoint pens or bicycles. Before we start, let's go back to encyclopedia. The meaning of encyclopedia, we said that it is a book or set of books that contains many articles arranged in alphabetical order. And then we have inventions. What is the meaning of invention? Something that has never been made before. So someone created this thing, we say he invented this thing. Okay, so when they first invented computers, we said that someone invented computer. Why? Because this thing or the computers has never been made before. Trickle down here, as you notice, it says the ink trickled slowly down. What's the meaning of trickled? It means to start in a high part and then spread to the whole area. Pedal, here we're talking about the ink. The ink started in the high part of the pen and then it spread to the whole pen. Pedals is when we talk about bicycles. These are the pedals. The pedals are a small part of a machine or object that is pushed down with the foot to operate or to move the machine or object. So we move these pedals in a circle way in order to move the machine or the object, which is in this case the bicycle. But then we have cardigans. What's the meaning of cardigan? As you notice here, this is a cardigan. Cardigan is a type of sweater that has buttons down the front. So cardigan is a type of sweater that has buttons down the front. If I say pause, it means to stop. You should stop. Waterproof, it means not allowing water to go through. So, for example, I can say waterproof boots or waterproof phone or waterproof clock. So here we can use waterproof in many different ways. Popular is when we talk about something or someone that is famous or well known. So I say Obama is a popular man or is a popular president. He is famous or well known. We know him. All of us know him. Okay? Stir. Let's go to. Okay, before we move to the other paragraph, here these are the only vocabulary that are related to this paragraph, to the Encyclopedia of Inventions. Okay? Going to the other paragraph, which is a good idea. We're going to go back to this. A good idea. We have we talked about this paragraph. It is actually a poem, but not an organized poem, because this poem doesn't rhyme or doesn't have a rhyming. Okay, so this poem talks about a machine that or someone created this magical machine that can stir the gravy, and then that can chop and peel the potatoes, and this machine has arms to go to the groceries shop and buy the fruits and vegetables, and then go back, and then if someone stole the money. So we talked about this machine. If you can read the poem one more time, you will understand one more time what is the job of this imaginary machine, because it doesn't exist, and actually it will never exist. So the vocabularies that are related to this poem, we have the word stir. When we say stir, it means to mix something. Stir, to mix a liquid or other substance by moving an object such as a spoon in a circular pattern. So we move the spoon in a circular pattern to mix the liquid or to mix the gravy, which goes to the second vocabulary, which is gravy. Gravy, it's a sauce made with meat, juices, and flour. It is served with meats and vegetables. So gravy basically is a sauce. It is served with meat and vegetables. Then we have peel and chop. Peel is to remove the skin of fruits and vegetables. Chop, to cut something into pieces. So I could say potatoes, I peel the potato, I remove the skin of the potato, and then I chop the potato in order to maybe cook it or fry it or whatever. Okay, so peel and chop is related to fruits and vegetables. Then we have green groceries shop. Green groceries shop is a place where this shop sells fruits and vegetables. They sell fresh fruits and vegetables. And then the last word, we have turchin. Turchin is a thick or a heavy stick that is used as a weapon by the police officer. And if you can remember, I let you saw the turchin in the class when we used to go to school. So turchin is a thick or heavy stick that is used as a weapon by police officers. So I will send you this worksheet, this vocabulary worksheet, and I need you to do this to put in the blanks a suitable word from the box. We have pause, pedal, this is not a word. Okay, pause, pedal, popular, stir, chop, waterproof, and peel, and then put them in the right order. Okay. Going back to this. First of all, I need you to study this vocabulary, the vocabulary and this text really hard. Study it. It is, and pay attention to the words, to the vocabulary, to the questions, because the questions are really important. Okay, read the questions here, because the text won't be an outside text. Okay, so read the questions and do them. Focus. Okay, it's easy, it's not really hard, and the same thing goes to the other text, which is a good idea. Now we have the alphabetical order. We studied that, and we have actually in the workbook 2 questions about alphabetical order. I told you to arrange these words in alphabetical order, and also this words in alphabetical order. We said that the alphabetical order you should memorize them. They are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, and X, Y, Z. These are the alphabetical or alphabetics. Okay, you should study them, and then you should order these words alphabetically. Okay. So basically, they say when we how can we distinguish between words in alphabetical order? How can we order them? We look at the first letter. If it's A, then we start with A, B, C, and etc. And then if the same letter, the first letter is the same, we go to the second letter, and then we arrange it alphabetically. If the second is the same, we look at the third. If the third is the same, we look at the fourth, and etc. Okay, this is very simple and very easy. Then this is not included. We have the good idea. Please study the questions and read them carefully. Okay, plus study the vocabulary. Then going to grammar. In this unit, we have 3 rules. We have the past simple, present simple, and future simple. If you noticed here, here we have reading. This is not really important. Actually, we didn't do that. It's not important. Here we have the grammar. They say we should change these sentences into the past, and this into the future, and this is into the present. But before we do this this question, we should understand what is the past tense, what is the present tense, and what is the future tense. We did it in the class, and it's written on your grammar notebook. But to make it more to make it more easy and to clarify it, I will do a quick revision about the past and the present and the future. Let's start with the past simple. Okay, so past simple is when we talk about something that happened in the past and ended. That happened in the past and ended. So the rule is simple. It says we have verb to. It is either a regular verb or it is an irregular verb. Regular verbs, they end with ed. Irregular verbs doesn't end with ed. So for example, regular verbs, we have played, visited, anything else. Irregular verbs, they are swam, ate, sang, etc. How can we use it in a question form? We use the auxiliary verb did, okay? And we add the verb infinitive, negative, didn't, and we add the verb infinitive. How? Let's wait. We're going to make these questions, but before the questions, we should look at the keywords. If any of these words are in the sentence, it means we are talking about past simple, okay? So, we have last week, last month, last year. We have yesterday. We have in plus any past date. So, for example, in 2005, in 2003, in 1992, in 1886, okay? I football with my friends yesterday, and we have the verb play. So yesterday is a key word that talks about past simple. So I'm going to add verb to. What is the verb to of play? It's played. Should we add ed or not? We should add ed because play is a regular verb. So we say played. I played football with my friends yesterday. We go to Italy last year. We have the verb go. Here, because we're talking about last year, so last year it means this thing happened and finished. So we're talking about past simple. So go is not a regular verb, it's irregular. So what is the past tense of go? It is went. We went to Italy last year. In 2015, the World's Cup in chess. 2015 is a date that started and finished, and it happened in the past, so we should add past simple. What is the past simple of the verb win? It is won. Sorry. Where? Here we have a question. Where you last week, and we have the verb go. So we said in the form of questions, we add did plus verb infinitive. So where did you, and the verb should be infinitive. So go, without s, without ed, without ing, without adding anything. So the last thing is a negative form. It's a negation because there is not. So my uncle yesterday, we have yesterday, it's a past simple, something that happened and finished. So I say I didn't visit. The verb should be infinitive. I didn't visit my uncle yesterday. So we have the verb played, we have the verb went, we have the verb won, we have the verb go, and plus, of course, did, and we have didn't visit. Okay, so this is basically about past simple, and also I'm going to send you this worksheet. Okay, going to present simple. Okay, present simple is when we talk about something that is that happens regularly or as a habit. You do it maybe every day, every week. You do it sometimes, you never do it, you like to do it. So this is what is present simple is all about. Present simple is verb 1 with s, es or ies, or without s. If it is with s, it is we use the pronoun should be he or she or it. If it's without s, they, we, you, and I. For example, I say he goes, she dances, it eats. Without s, they visit, we swim, you go, I dance. Okay, so this is basically the rule. The questions in the present simple, I don't use did because it is not finished, so I use doesn't. Okay, and doesn't plus does, not doesn't, I'm so sorry, does plus verb infinitive, and the negative is doesn't plus verb infinitive. The keywords are every day, every week, every year, every month, always, sometimes, usually, often, ever, never, and rarely. We have another keywords, but these are the most common keywords. Okay. So we have these sentences. He to school every day. We have go. Every day is a keyword for present simple. It means verb. He, the subject with s or without s. He is with s. As you can remember, here is with s. So we say he goes. They always, their grandparents, always is a keyword for present simple. So with s or without s. They without s visit. I to like, not eat. Okay. To eat chocolate once every week. We have every week or once every week. It is a keyword for present simple. I without s, so I like to eat chocolate once every week. If it's she likes. Okay? Here, question. So, the question says space, she, space, swimming every week, and the verb is go. We have every week. Every week is a keyword for present simple. So, we should add the auxiliary that we're going to use in a question. Question is does. So, does, and pay attention, it should be capital letter, okay? Does she, and the verb is infinitive go. Does she go swimming every week? The last sentence, Alex, his room every day, and the verb clean. Let's make it into negative, not. So, Alex, his room every day, and we have every day. Every day is a keyword for present simple. So, we say the auxiliary is, in the negative we use doesn't plus verb infinitive. So, we say Alex doesn't, and the verb is clean, should be also clean. Doesn't clean his room every day. Doesn't clean, the verb should be infinitive. Okay? That's it for present simple. I'm going to send you this worksheet, okay? Oh, sorry. Okay. And the last worksheet, which is the easiest one, is future simple. Future simple is when we talk about something that will happen in the future. This thing didn't happen yet. So we're talking about something that will happen in the future. The rule is will plus verb with verb infinitive. Some of you might say, can I use going to? Yes, of course. You can use either going to or well. Going to or well, both of them are used to refer to the future, but here I prefer using well. I don't know, it's up to you, but both of them are correct. Okay, The most important thing is that when we use will or going to, we should add the verb infinitive. Infinitive means without s, without ed, without ing, without anything. Remember when we talked about empty sandwiches? It means like when you make a bread or eat a bread without anything inside this bread. So the verb is the bread or the empty bread. We don't add to it s or es or ies or ed or ing or anything. So it is an empty sandwich, infinitive. Okay? We have these are the, this is not 4. Okay, the keywords is tomorrow, next day, week, month, year, and etc. And these are the keywords. Wait, I'm just going to erase this and this. Okay, sorry. So in the question, before talking about the keywords question, we have the will plus verb infinitive, and the will, we start the sentence or the question with will. Don't forget to add the question mark, okay? And in the negative, we have want or will not. Want is the abbreviation of will not plus verb infinitive. So the keywords are tomorrow, something that will happen, next day, next week, next month, next year, whatever, and in plus a date that is in the future, not in the present and not in the past. So 2030 is not here yet, okay? So it is a future. I football with my friends tomorrow. Tomorrow is a keyword for future, so I say I will play. You can also say I'm going to play, okay? Will is easier. We, next year is a keyword for future, so we will, and the verb is infinitive, visit. We will visit Italy next year. In 2030, of course it's not it's not all of the time should be 2030. I can make it in 2050, okay? I, the word, and the verb is travel. I will say I will travel, or I can say, as you said, I am going to travel. I'm going to travel, the word, okay? So, where, space, you, space, next week, and the verb is go. Next week, future. So, where will you, and the verb is infinitive, go. Where will you go next week? The last sentence, I, my uncle tomorrow, and we should add not. We have tomorrow. Tomorrow is a keyword for future. So, I want, or I will not visit. The verb should be infinitive. I won't visit my uncle tomorrow. This is the future simple, okay? Okay. These are the past, future, and present. If you have any question, send me, okay? And we have the suffixes and prefixes. I already sent you a video. I'm going to resend it for you. Study it really hard because it is included in the exam. Suffixes and prefixes. We talked about the suffixes, which are able and able, and the prefixes m, n, r, or l. Okay? In the video, they are all explained. The last rule, which is homophones. Let's go quickly to homophones. Homophones are words that have the same sound but different spellings and different meanings. Okay, so for example, we have these sentences. I don't know your name. So here, no and no have the same spelling. They have the same sound. If I say no, which one I'm talking about? Nobody will know because I'm actually, they are pronounced the same, but they have different spelling. Here, no is no and no is know. They have different spelling and they have different meaning. No is the opposite of yes, and here no, it means to recognize. So I don't know your name, it means I can't recognize your name. So the correct answer is no. Put the key in your pocket so it doesn't get lost. Key, the first one, this word, it means line. So when I say Stand up in the key. Stand up in the key, it means stand up in the line. Here, key, which is the keys for the door or the car or whatever. So here I'm talking about an object, so it basically is the key, because I'm telling you to put them in your pocket so you can't, so they doesn't get lost. I will be 8 tomorrow. I will be, maybe here we should add at. Okay, 8 here is the verb, which is to eat your food, or to eat your breakfast, or to eat the cake. 8 here is a number, okay? So we have here 8 as a number. I will be at 8 or 8 tomorrow. Which one of them? So 8, the number. I sleep at night or night. Night with a K is a warrior or a very brave man. Here night is the opposite of day, so I sleep at, of course I don't sleep at warrior, I sleep at night. I can't see in the dark. See here is like an ocean. Here see is the ability to see with your own eyes. So when I say I can't see in the dark, it means I can't watch or use my eyes, okay? It hurts when a bee stings you. Bee here is the existence. For example, I will be at your house. I exist at your house. But here be is the verb, is the animal. So here be is which is the animal that stings you. Okay, so be with double E. I'm great, thank you. Here, great, I'm talking about myself. So I feel terrific or I feel great. We have here which and which. To make them, just to clarify them, we have the word which and the word which. They are pronounced the same, that's why they are homophones, but they have different spellings and different meanings. The first one is when it is used to add an additional sentence. The second one is a woman who is supposed to have an evil or wicked magical powers. So we have 4 sentences. We should add the suitable one. Which one? This one or this one? So the tornado caused a house to fall on top of the wicked. After all of the time, just remember this. After the the adjective wicked, it means the evil. Okay? So here we should add which is the the woman who's supposed to have evil or wicked magic or magical powers. I'm talking here about the bad or the evil woman. So wicked is all of the time. Wicked is an adjective that is followed by this word, which. I couldn't decide which of the cups I want to eat. Which one? So of course I'm not talking about the powers or the evil or the evil woman. So here, which. I can't tell which flower is the real one. Okay? So of course I'm not talking again about the evil woman. I'm talking about which one. Last Halloween. Halloween is for those who doesn't know, Halloween is actually a time of the year when all of the people get dressed in their favorite costume and they go to the street. So for example, if I like Barbie, I would dress up like Barbie and go to the street. Okay? So here, last Halloween, I dressed up as a witch and my sister dressed up as a clown. So her sister wore the clown dress and she dressed as a witch. So here I'm talking about the evil woman. So here, witch. Okay, these are the homophones worksheet. Again, let's save it. I'm going to send all of the worksheets for you. Okay, if you have any question, please send me. So going to the workbook, I just need you to focus on one thing here. If I say change this sentence into the past, here pay attention. Will win becomes Orla will win, the noun in grace. Orla won. I'm glad to see Ella. I was glad. Okay, so change it into the past, the same into the future, the same into the present. They are done in your workbook. Just study them well. Here the punctuations, you should only add a question mark if it's a question, an exclamation mark if it's an exclamation, a statement, put a full stop. It's easy, just study it. And then here is it's really important. Just focus on this page and this page. We have this this line is basically a noun. Okay, these all of them are nouns, and these or this line is verbs. So we have nouns that came from an original verb. So we should draw a line to link the noun with the verb that they come from. So excitement comes from the verb excite. Celebration comes from the verb celebrate. Management comes from the verb manage. Connection comes from the verb connect. Agreement comes from the verb agree. Decision comes from the verb decide. Definition comes from the verb define. Argument comes from the verb argue. Diversion comes from the verb divert. Measurement comes from the verb measure. Education with educate. Operation with operate. Here they say you should write the verb that these nouns comes from. So announcement, we omit the last section ment, so it becomes announce. Contradiction, we omit tion, so it becomes contradict. Punishment, we omit ment, it becomes punish. Demonstration becomes demonstrate. Entertainment becomes entertain, we omit the ment. Cooperation becomes cooperate. Encouragement becomes encourage. So we should here is the opposite. We should add ion or ment to these verbs to change it into nouns. Okay, we should write the noun that comes from these verbs. We have decorate. Decorate comes with ion or tion, becomes decoration. Possess becomes position. Assess, assessment. Navigate, navigation. Pay, payment. Irritate, irritation. Announce, announcement. It's already written on your workbook. Just please study them hard. This is very important. Okay? And that's it for the workbook and the student's book. Going back to the student's book, just study the grammar. This is not included. This page 82 and 83 and 84 and 85 and 86. So only study what I told you. Just study until the grammar here, and then go to the worksheets. Okay? Study these questions for a good idea, and study the questions for study the alphabetical order, and study the questions for this encyclopedia of inventions. Okay? So if you have any question, please send me. Okay? Good luck in your exam.